Hello, welcome back. Welcome to Miss Junk's Bits. I'm here. I am talking. I'm here. I'm here. Look at me. We're doing it. We're really doing it. I'm here. I'm talking about what we're gonna do. What are my plans going into this year? What are my plans right now? No, wait. No. Who writes this? Who got in touch with my computer? No. Look. Stop. What are my plans? What am I gonna do for this year? Well, I think you remember this happy little fellow. He's part of an idea I had for my army this year. It's going to be ogres. Ogres. For some reason, I haven't been saying my G's. I've been like, ogres? Which sounds very Pennsylvania. I'm going to be making an ogre army, which I am calling the Christmas Village Asylum for the Criminally Insane. I think it's going to be great. What's going to happen, I'm going to have all these ogres that basically look like they broke out of a Christmas asylum. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. That's what my plan is. That's what my plan is. But, all right, look. I understand that it's January. Who keeps writing these notes? Look, leave me alone. Look, I know it's January, but I'm not going to get this thing done right away anyway, right? So, look, the plan is this is going to be my build for the year, and we'll see what happens. So the ogres are very cool. They're also one of the factions that aren't getting any love, so it just fits my junk theme. So that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to lay out my plans. You did see, of course, you saw my Santa Claus, but I wasn't entirely happy with him, and I had to make some adjustments. That'll be my next video, where he was a little derpy, and I need to underp him a little bit. So here are my characters that I will definitely need. I'll definitely need a tyrant, who's basically like the general. Mine is probably got to be on a Stonehorn, which is like this giant. It's like this giant beast with huge stone horns, and then there's a thunder tusk also. Those are the two mounts. So what I'm going to do with those Slaughtermaster. That's basically the wizard. Sort of like but the Slaughtermaster and the ogres, they have a lot of food type things. So it's someone who carries a cauldron with them and will throw things into the cauldron that will help give their unit things, but sometimes it takes off a wound. Very cool thing, very cool just looking thing. So I want to definitely have a Slaughtermaster with a cauldron, and a hunter who's like a loner type who basically a loner type, but he also has saber tusks. So what am I gonna do? What are my possible characters? So these are the characters I was thinking of that I would just So these are my characters. So Santa is going to be the tyrant. You already saw him, and I'm going to put him on a reindeer. Then my idea for the Slaughtermaster, it's got to be Mrs. Claus, right? But instead of a cauldron, I'm going to do a giant vat of cookie mix, which she's throwing all sorts of gnarly, disgusting things into. The hunter, my thought was Yukon Cornelius from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie, which, this guy. Remember this guy? Yeah. That's what... You remember him, right? Right? He was like, had a bumble. All right, this is look. It's not the best drawing in the world, and here, I'll put stink lines on him because mine's gonna smell. Anyway, that's Yukon. Those are my characters. That's what I'm thinking for those. Next, we have what are our units? These are the basic units of any ogres. From what I see, they're Noblars, which are these little tiny little goblin creatures. Ogre bulls. Are a core unit that you sort of have to have. So they're going to be like the basic unit. Iron Guts, they're like bulls, only slightly better. And Man-Eaters, which are like Iron Guts, only slightly better. So yeah, clearly this is just like, I need to have these two just to build out the unit. But they're not, they might not be the greatest. But the Noblars, I think, are going to be super fun. Anyway. Next, we have Lead Belchers, ogres that carry around these giant cannons and shoot them. We have Saber Tusks, who are saber-toothed tigers. Saber teeth. Morn Fangs, there's a Morn Fang cavalry. These ogres ride these giant beasts, and they're called Morn Fangs. Those I'll definitely need. They're apparently very good. And Yetis. For some reason, when they spell Yetis Yheetees, which I don't understand why they're doing that. I don't need to understand it. That's what they're doing. So what can we do? Well, these are the ideas I thought of for There we go. What are you doing? How did you fall out? There we go. So these are my ideas for potential units. Elves, Santa's elves. I mean, right? They have to be there. So I thought that's an easy thing. What I'll do, I'll make the Noblars look like elves. I'll give them little elf hats and shoes and paint them like, instead of like a green or gray flesh tone, I'm going to paint them just human flesh tones, which will be even creepier and give them all sorts of like a Christmas sort of look to them, a distorted Christmas look. That's easy. In fact, I have them already sculpted. Let me throw a picture of them in here, right there. Done. Bowls, I thought, just ogres with Christmas sweaters. That's pretty easy. Iron Guts and Man-Eaters, these two could be mall Santas or retail workers. Who is more disturbing than a mall Santa or a retail worker? Like in Christmas, having worked in a mall in Christmas, not as Santa, as a retail worker, that would have been another story if I did. That'd be like a weird, Anyway, I worked retail and we literally want to murder people all the time. Like that's how I became this way. Lead belchers, I don't know. I don't know that I need a cannon necessarily, but what if it was something that launched snowballs? That might be good. This seems like a very beautiful mind sort of thing where I'm going, I don't know. Anyway, these I'm going to put over here. Wait, what do you do? Stop that. You're doing fine. All right. Mournfangs, what if I made some Noblars that were super mutated into these giant hulking, distorted, muscly beasts? So that's my thought for that. The saber tusk, since Yukon is in the picture, in the cartoon, Yukon had dogs, had little, these St. Bernards. So I think that'd be perfect. And even if I don't have Yukon in there, I think St. Bernards would fit this thing. Because, snow, that'd be kind of cool. They could be like Cujo was a St. Bernard, so that's Cujo with a giant barrel around his neck like they had in like those old cartoons. My Yetis, this is kind of funny. Yetis apparently are great, but no one likes to use them because the models are absolutely derpy McDerperson. And so, yeah, it's fine. I'm sculpting them anyway. So I'm going to make these snowmen. One of the things they have ambush and they have scout rules, which means you can put them down the table a little farther. So what if I had snowmen coming out of the ground, like distorted, like weird, evil snowmen? Yeah, so that's what I have going on so far. So far, so good. Now, these are the big units. Stone Horns and Thunder Tusks are like the two giant mounts, which, I'll probably only need one for the general, but that's fine. These two are chariots. One is a Noblar scrap launcher. Noblars, by the way, throw garbage at people, which, I mean, how can you not love that? So mine are going to throw little Christmas presents, snowballs, maybe snowballs with like nails and stuff in it. So anyway, a Noblar scrap launcher and an iron blaster, which is a cannon on wheels. These are two giant chariots. A giant, always wanted to sculpt a giant, and gorgers, which are not giants, but they're between ogre size and giant size. So those are the other big units I have to sculpt. And these are what I came up with possibles. These question marks, that's me questioning my life choices. Let's see. So the Stonehorns, Thunder Tusks, I already have one sculpted, and it's a reindeer. You've seen it. But if I make more, I'm going to also make them reindeers. Maybe I'll just make them a little different looking. Next, I have two ideas for chariots. Santa's Sleigh, SLAY, get it? And the Bipolar Express. I mean, those are just perfect. Come on, perfect. Those are these two. The giant, I don't know. The gorgers, I thought, what if I do it like the Bumble? Remember that Bumble character from Rudolph? He basically like, let's see. Like this. Right? Not bad. He basically looked like kind of like a gorilla. He like his body shape was kind of like he had these like pecs and these like ribs and a belly button where sweat just dripped off in a very seductive manner. And he was like carrying like these, he would like hold me in his arms while carrying flowers. And wait a second. No, I don't think that actually happened. That wasn't in the cartoon. Yeah, let's just get rid of all this. Let's just get rid of all this and focus. All right, we're back. The Bumble. So I think the Bumble will be the gorgers. I'll have several Bumbles. I don't want a Bumble to be by himself. Bumbles be better in bunches. So then I thought, Giant. I don't know. The Giant, I'm really not sure about. I thought I could do Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf would be fun. But then I also thought, I started looking at artwork, and like Christmas was initially Saturnalia, I believe. So they worship, like, it was mid-December. They worship the god Saturn, and there is this great painting. I think it's Goya. Yeah, but look at that. That is my giant. That's got to be my giant. How could I not do it? So I'm going to sculpt that giant. All right. So what else do we have? These are my rules. Not going to buy any more units until I either get rid of, either trade or sell one, or paint 2. So I have to get rid of my pile of shame without buying it. Every piece converted. Now that, hold on, that also needs a little exclamation point. Every piece will have something converted. So either it'll be, the like putting sweaters on ogres, Christmas sweaters on ogres, or something like that. So everything's got to be touched somehow. And the characters, I'm going to scratch build them. I got to do it. And also same with the giant and probably the gorgers. A lot of them are going to be scratch built. The Yetis, I already did one. I don't know why I'm writing it down. I think we've covered that. But anyway, here's a little picture of one of my snowmen coming out of the snowbank, which I think looks pretty good. These are my rules basically for the year. And what's my due date? What is my due date? Christmas 2025. Yeah, I was going to say summer, but let's be honest. Summer? Let's put... You son of a... I'm going to try and get it by summer. But my real due date, Christmas 2025. Does that say Christman 2025? Yeah, all right. Well, Yeah, I don't do a lot of slideshows. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? So that's my plan. That's my giant master plan. I keep moving out of focus. There we go. You're great. That's my plan. That's my plan for the year. Hope you guys are. I will keep you all posted as I do it, as usual. And thank you all so much. You guys enjoy. Tell me. And by the way, I also am going to do a podcast, Crafting in the Old World, which I sort of started one. I mean, look, I haven't actually started it yet, but I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be talking to people who craft great armies, and I want to talk to them about like what their army themes and all these really cool things. So if you see anyone or know of anyone who might be interested in talking about stuff like that, please let me know in the comments and I will reach out to them. Thanks again. I hope you all are doing well, and we will see you next time.